even Vegas knows that this is going to be a good, tightly contested matchup. We got San Diego State going on the road to take on New Mexico. It's a 1:30 Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. San Diego State 9-2 on the season. New Mexico 8-3 on the season. This is the matchup. It's certainly extraordinary to see how both these teams were last year. Now at the top of the Mountain West, both fighting for a chance of getting to the Mountain West title game. San Diego State comes in this 1.5 point favorites. The over/under on this one's 41.5. This is the matchup, one of the best matchups in the country this weekend. Interesting styles. San Diego State, we know what their offense, probably lacks, but does well in. They can run the ball well. Lucky Sutton and Christian Washington have been doing that all year long. Denegal has never really been required to do anything too impressive to win the day, but it's worked out for them. San Diego State defense is, locked down, no nonsense, complete dominating style of play. For New Mexico, defense has looked better and better every week, and it's looked, similar to San Diego State lately. Offensively, they're a mixed bag where some weeks they're just incredibly, impressive, and other weeks it's sort of lackluster, and they revolve back to their old selves and make games a lot tighter than they need to be. There's times when they utilize trick plays and unconventional style and this sort of two quarterback system that's been effective for the Lobos. This is certainly the game that you don't want to miss. This is the first test to see which style is more effective. When we talk about that under, I would imagine this could be a field goal type of game. I imagine it's going to be just stop after stop, because what we know of San Diego State is that they are not really an explosive, high-scoring offensive team. That has not been their forte this season, and it's worked out so far. As for New Mexico, a team that sort of plays to their level of competition, how will that look like? They're going to need to be above and beyond offensively of what San Diego State's doing. They're going to need something that keeps San Diego State on their heels all night. They will have the home field advantage. They're going to have a likely sold-out crowd in Albuquerque. They're going to need to be playing their best football for the biggest opportunity they've ever had in the Mountain West. There's no doubt that New Mexico has some weapons that they could utilize with Keegan Johnson and whether it's DJ McKinney or if it's Bankston or if it's Humphrey. We know that Lucky Sutton and Christian Washington are going to get their carries, that they're going to be vital into a win for the Aztecs. Both teams have legitimate DNs in Henderson and James Newby. I think the overall key it's going to come down to QB play. When you have two good defenses, it's going to become who's the better quarterback. And Jack Lane, sort of can be turnover prone at times. He can be shaky in the pocket if he's getting pressured. Denegal has never been required to really go above and beyond and win a game. So it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. I mean, who is the better of the quarterbacks? I think that's going to be the difference. That may favor New Mexico because they utilize Lobstein in those design runs. Jack Lane they save for the passing game. And will that be the key for the Lobos' victory come Friday? This game above and beyond has the most implications. If you win this, you're in the Mountain West title game. For New Mexico, if they lose it, they're certainly out. But for San Diego State, there's a possibility where they could lose this game on the road to New Mexico. And if Boise State loses to Utah State this week, they find themselves sort of falling backwards back into a Mountain West title game against New Mexico, who would then be hosting. It's insane possibility. It's something that the Aztecs don't want to happen, but if they lose this game, it's not really over for them should Boise State also lose. For New Mexico, rolling in hot off a 5-game win streak to finish out your season at home against the number one team in the Mountain West with a chance to get to the Mountain West title game, possibly hosting the Mountain West title game. This is something they really couldn't imagine going into the season with first-year head coach Jason Eck, and that the fact that they're sitting here right now so close to it, they're going to be extra motivated to get it done in front of their home crowd for an atmosphere that they have not seen ever in Albuquerque, and to take on a team, a program as storied as San Diego State in the final year that San Diego State's in Mountain West play. Just everything, all the stars are aligning for New Mexico, that they know what a big moment this is, and what the possibility of a win means, for the program, for the school, for the state of New Mexico. Just big time game for them. This was the game that I had, going in from last week with a ton of implications. It's here. It's tough to pick a team. It's tough to pick a game like this. I think the Aztecs have been so dominant in Mountain West play. The Lobos have been rolling in with so much momentum. It's gonna be a close game. I think the better of the quarterbacks will win this game. I think the better offense will win this game. It's hard to go against the home team. I think New Mexico is gonna, make history and get the biggest win in program history. It's gonna be a tightly contested game. I think it's gonna be a great matchup. This is the game that you can't miss. It's San Diego State going on the road, take on New Mexico. It's a 1:30 Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. Be sure not to miss this game.